Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy, and author of my best-selling book, Work Just Gets in the Way of Making Money, Scott Jelinek. How's everybody doing? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things you'd like to discuss, or properties you'd like to sell, you can go ahead and text me directly at 757-699-4227. That's 757-699-4227. So today is Wednesday, and we are looking at 84 degrees and sunny. And I think tomorrow now they're talking 88 degrees. So I'm not going to work today. I'm doing this podcast, and then I'm hitting my backyard, and I'm going to jet ski and read a book. I just got a new book that I'm looking forward to reading. It's called Who Not How. I've been recommended it by several people, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I will let you guys know how it is. That is my goal for today. So we have been on a crazy rampage locking up deals. I calculated yesterday, I dropped off 2 more yesterday at my attorney's office, and I calculated today is, let me see, we are at the very end of the month now, the 28th of April. I already have just about $70,000 in assignment fees on the books for May. And we haven't even hit May, obviously, but already scheduled closings, already about $70,000 on the books for May. So it's on a roll. Things are going really good, and it's partly because the market is so heated. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, in fact, the market being heated and some things I'm kind of changing my mind on. And so I want to share it with you, because you may say, wait a second, what the hell's Scott doing? He specifically said he doesn't do that or wouldn't do that, right? And so I wanted to talk to you about a couple things. The big one is, the topic of today is inflation. So everyone keeps talking about, all this money the government's printing. Are we going to get inflation? How much inflation do you think we're going to get? When is it going to happen? And I got news for you. And this is the news you may or may not want to hear, and they're not going to tell you this on the news. They might not even tell you this on the news for 2, 3, 5 years from now. But I'm telling you, we already have it. Inflation is already here. Everybody's talking about lumber prices, right? Go to Home Depot. Every time somebody says, what do you mean inflation's already here? I'm like, go to Home Depot, go to your supermarket, and just compare the prices that they were a year ago. That's only a couple things. Inflation is here. Look at what I'm telling you about these slow flips we filled. We always were $89,875 a month. Just like this, we jumped up to $129,975 a month. And instead of $3,000 down, $5,000 down, and didn't skip a beat, they're gone in a day. It's already here. So the other day I went to Subway, and I don't eat at Subway. I had an appointment. We were way out in Chesapeake, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I was like, all right, where's a restaurant I can go to? So I found a Subway. I went in. I'm online, and I never eat there, so I wouldn't have known their regular pricing. Well, the girl in front of me online obviously was a regular, so she had her money already ready for whatever she normally got. And then she said, oh, what do you mean? And the girl says, oh, just yesterday we changed all of our prices. So again, I can't compare because I don't know what it was yesterday, but I do know what I got. All I got was one sandwich and a bottle of water, and it was over $13. And I was like, wow, that's a lot for a sandwich. All I ever see on TV is $5 footlongs, and I had one sandwich, one bottle of water, and it was just under $14. And that's a lot of money for one person to have lunch at a fast food place. At least I believe it is. And I don't eat fast food, so I don't know what they regularly are, but I thought that was pretty expensive. And so to bring us to real estate, what does this mean to you? What does it mean for you? Well, this is why I wanted to discuss this. The only way you thrive from inflation, the only way it benefits you, is if you have hard assets. Now, by hard assets, let's be clear, I do not mean cash. If you have cash, it has the opposite effect. Cash comes down in its value. So if you have $100,000 sitting in the safe, and now 2 years from now, that $100,000 only has the equivalent of $50,000 buying power, you lost money. Conversely, if you took that $100,000 and put it into a house that was worth, even say you paid full price, which we never would advocate, but say you paid full price and you bought a house that was worth $100,000, in 2 or 3 years from now, if it was worth $200,000, you benefited from the inflation. So does that make sense to everybody? I'm revamping several things, because one thing is on slow flips, which, guys, I talk about a lot because I love them. on slow flips, I am reevaluating and revamping our sales price. I jumped up to 129 now, and I'm not locked solid on that. If it keeps going as hot as it is, I'm going to jump to 139, 149. I'm going to keep them going because we're going to see what the market will bear, which is how any price is created. We'll see what the market will bear. As far as the monthly payment, we're doing the same thing. Seeing we used to be $875, now we're at $975. One of my guys just did a property on 15th Street in Newport News, right around where ours are, and I believe he's getting $1275. I was shocked when I saw him listing it, but then sure enough, it filled right away in a day. And I was like, wow, $1275, this really changes our numbers. So before I get into the next part of the inflation, I want to talk about slow flips since I already mentioned them. What does that mean for you buying? Well, if in fact it's real and we can change our monthly, well, then we can also change our buying criteria, providing we can find lenders that will coincide with it. Meaning, I'll give you, for instance, if you were to borrow $50,000 at 12% for 60 months, your payment is somewhere right around $1,100. I had one time and at 50,000, I think it's right around $1,100, which we wouldn't do that deal now if we're getting $875. But if we're getting $1,275, well, that opens up a whole new array of houses that you may be able to buy and still squeeze into those same numbers. So we have to constantly be reevaluating our buy prices, our lenders, what we're offering and what we're getting from them, and our sale prices and our monthly, the price and the monthly payment price. So you don't want to be asleep at the wheel right now. We're in a rapidly changing market. So you want to make sure that you are paying attention and you are in this rapidly changing market and you're changing as well. The second thing I wanted to talk about, which if anybody who's known me or followed me for any length of time knows that I did during the boom, I did a ton of sub twos. You guys know my story already. And then during the bust, we had major crisis. We lost a lot of them. We lost a lot of our properties. I had 84. I lost about 50 of them to foreclosure because the prices plummeted. And so ever since then, I've been all about free and clear. And I'm not anti sub two. I still love sub two. I have 2 pending right now. I still buy sub two. However, I've changed my criteria where I won't buy skinny sub twos. I needed a bunch of equity to make it worth it. Like if I was going to really offer 65 cash, I might offer 75 or 80 sub two. But if it was worth 120, I wouldn't buy it for 120. Well, what's changing now is the prices are going up so fast. The monthly payments are going up. And I firmly believe that we are already in the midst of major inflation. Now, because of all of that, the more properties you own, the more debt you're taking over is of an added value to you now. So I am loosening my criteria on sub twos to where if something's worth 150, I may pay 120, which is not even close to what I would have paid before. I might pay 120, 125. And it might have a payment of $1,100, and I might be able to get someone paying $1,700, because payments are way up now. And so I'm loosening my criteria on sub twos, and that's why I wanted to share it with you, because I've been telling you guys for a while, do not do it. And I might not loosen it indefinitely, but it's definitely getting looser now because I want to buy as much as I can. Right now, I think we are in a position now where the more you take over, the better off you're going to be. And so the last thing I wanted to finish on today is about housing prices. You guys know we are in a hot market. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? Everybody, for the last year, we talk about, what goes up must come down. We're going to have a bust, yada, yada, yada. And I believed it in the beginning. Well, our government has printed trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars and flooded the market with it. I believe, and I could be wrong, and nobody knows, so we're not going to know until the future. I believe that with the inflation, our prices are not coming back down. I firmly believe that we are not coming back down. And it doesn't mean because they are doing so well, it means, but because of inflation, everything's going to go up. And so I don't believe prices are going to come back down. And I wanted to make sure I share that with you, because if you're one of those people that were thinking, oh, the market's too hot, I don't want to start now, I'm going to wait till prices come down, you may be waiting the rest of your life. So think about that. There's an old saying, I know I shared it with you before. They say the best time to buy real estate is today. Was 30 years ago, and the second best time is today. Get in the game, because again, the longer you wait, as stuff rises, you're gonna be like, oh, I should have bought it when I first said I wasn't gonna buy it. Then the next 6 months later, you're gonna be like, oh, I should have bought it 6 months ago. Get in the game and be part of the process. So that's all I wanted to make sure I share with you guys, because the market is changing. We have to pay attention every single day, and it's on fire right now. We're making a lot of money right now. I'm getting calls. Just this morning, I had 3 more calls of people calling me for properties, and some were not sellers, there are other investors or other people that attended a class or people that have referrals. And so there's a lot of deals out there. So you got to make sure that you're active in the game and take advantage and get your part. Don't wait for the market to correct and it may, but it very well may never correct. And if that's going to be the circumstance, you don't want to be waiting indefinitely. Get in the game. That's all I got for you guys today. I have a few things I wanted to share with you about another situation, but I'll wait till tomorrow to talk to you guys about that. Until then, you have a fantastic day. Do something today your future self's going to thank you for, and that something may just be getting in the game. Make a commitment, get started, get in the game. Talk to you guys soon. Go ahead and make sure you hit the like button, share the video if you think somebody you know may benefit from this, and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have